The referendum campaign proper, both in Gibraltar and in the UK, doesn't officially start until Friday. But here, the in lobby isn't hanging about. Volunteers were at the piazza this morning, recruiting more members and explaining the process for registering to vote, as well as the reasons why people should vote to remain in the EU. The political parties needed no convincing.
No, I think it symbolises the unity that exists in Gibraltar amongst the political classes, which is something quite rare, really, in the sense that we have the support of the unanimous support of the Gibraltar Parliament, of every member of Parliament and of every political party in Gibraltar. And the message we're sending is a unified message that it is in the interests of Gibraltar, in our political interests and in our economic interests, to remain as part of the European Union. So that is the message we're sending here today.
I think what it shows is unity across the political spectrum here in Gibraltar, and it shows how important this is to Gibraltar. I view this particular referendum in the same light and just as important as the 1967 referendum, just as important as the joint sovereignty referendum in 2002. Obviously we're not choosing between British and Spanish sovereignty, but we are choosing about what kind of Europe Gibraltar wants to be involved in. I mean, whether we want to remain within Europe, outside Europe, the importance of it for jobs, the importance of it for businesses, the importance of it for people who just simply want to move freely within Europe. And there's an additional point as well. How can Gibraltar complain in the future about being left out of European measures if there is, for example, a low turnout here in Gibraltar at this referendum, or if a substantial amount of people vote to exit the European Union at this referendum? I think it is important for a variety of reasons that Gibraltar comes out in force to vote, and that is really the message that we've got to try and get across from now until the 23rd of June, because the biggest danger for Gibraltar is apathy.
It's not often that people see the leader of the Socialist Party, the leader of the Liberal Party and the leader of the Social Democrats standing together. Just that should send people a message. If these three, who are often at loggerheads with each other, that often don't agree, that often, I think, somebody in the public might say, argue too much, if they are standing together, what is it that has propelled them to this moment of unity? And if it is that important that they are standing together, I have to listen to what it is that they're going to tell me are the reasons why GSD, Liberal Party and GSLP are now speaking with one voice on this issue.
The local campaign, spearheaded by the chairwoman of the Federation of Small Businesses, Gemma Vasquez, says it's an official partner of the Britain Stronger in Europe campaign.
We are affiliated to them. Our logo is the same as theirs. They help us with our design, they help us with our message. So what we do is that we are plugged into their UK headquarters, and we are in touch with them on an almost daily basis, with them, talking to us on all their what they're doing going forward and how we plug into that. So yes, there is a unity there, although the message from Gibraltar has to be a Gibraltar-centric message.
I think there's a huge underlying strength of feeling in favour of staying in the European Union. Gibraltarians instinctively understand the protections that we would lose if we were to leave the European Union, if we were to lose the protections of the treaties. That's not to say that we've always been able to enjoy them to the level and standard that we believe that we should, but why get rid of those potentially useful sections of the treaty establishing the European Union that guarantee our freedom of movement of people, of capital, of services, and to an extent also of goods.
The next campaign event is a fundraising dinner on Thursday, at which the guest speaker will be Sir Simon Hughes, former deputy leader of the UK Liberal Democrats.